people say it's not a Honda anymore. It's still a Honda chassis, so I still like to hurt feelings with beating people with a Honda, but it's definitely a Chevy power plant. It does have a TH400 transmission, and it's actually got a built 8.8 Ford rear end in it. So it's a monster of different car parts. My name is Mason Whitlow, and I work at Holley Performance. I work in the tech department, answer phone calls, ranging anywhere from sales to tech and carburetors to offering tech support on EFI systems or just basic questions on other stuff. My parents never really were into cars. I would say a lot of it has to come down to my dad's dad, my grandpa. He bought and sold and traded. He had a Volkswagen convertible Beetle that we would always go to parades in, and I always thought that was the coolest thing. Here behind me is my 2002 Honda S2000. It started out just as a stock S2000 and went with a turbo build and then a built engine build. Ended up selling that when I started working at Holley. And I picked up a L92 iron block, which is a 6.2. I always swore I would never LS swap it, but working at Holley and seeing all the great products that we have to offer for the LS-based stuff, it was definitely a game changer, and it definitely persuaded me to go the V8 route. It's got a 105mm Holley high ram intake with a 105mm Holley throttle body. It's all Earl's fuel lines, fuel rails. It's actually got the Holley dual 450 fuel cell module in it. It's got the 460 gallon per hour VR inline filter. It's got Holley valve covers on it. The headers on there are the Hooker turbo manifolds. It's also got the TH400 crossover pipe. It's also got our Frostbite 3-row dual pass radiator on there with dual 10-inch SPA fans. It's got the 7-inch digital dash in it, and it's also got the Holley Dominator in it. Yeah, it's got a 78-75mm boost lab turbo on it, tile, 50mm blow-off valve, and V60 wastegate. Everything on the front side though was all custom fabricated by Stephen Pauly over at Sabre Team Fabrication, and he did one heck of a job. When it was on pump gas, it was only on 8 pounds, and it made just shy of 600 horse, and it ran low 10s. On that setup, it's now on E85, but on 10 pounds it made 707 wheel horsepower and 691 wheel torque. Haven't turned it up yet. When I was a kid, that was when Fast and Furious kind of entered the scene, and just loved the movies. My buddy Dustin actually had a SRT4 Neon, and he rolled me up pretty good in that. So he was like, well, we could always slap a turbo on it, and ever since then it's just been all about boost and speed. There's not really any LS S2000s that I see at LS Fest. I see 240s and some other imports, but I've never seen an S2000. So I would like to make this year's LS Fest.